Right friends, welcome back to Questions and Answers, General and Banking for 52nd week. The approval for dengue vaccine was obtained for the first time in Mexico, and please don't forget, Philippines became the first Asian country to give approval for dengue vaccine, and in future several countries are expected to give approval for the vaccine because dengue is the most dreaded disease across several parts of the world. Look into the next one. Name the country which made it mandatory to register drones. United States of America recently made it mandatory to register drones, probably with a view to ensure commercial operation in future in large scale. Rashtrapati Nilayam is the official south retreat of the President of India. Normally during the winter season, President of the country comes to Hyderabad to stay there for around 10 to 15 days, and this Rashtrapati Nilayam is situated in Bolaram, Secunderabad, part of twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad. Rating agency ICRA downgraded credit rating of United Bank of India from positive to stable. These credit ratings are given by the credit rating agencies. Look into this: CRISIL, Fitch Ratings, ICRA. These are examples of credit ratings. But one fundamental point I would like to tell you, there is a difference between credit rating agency and credit information agency. Credit rating agencies give rating to governments and companies, but credit information agency, the main task is to compile the credit information. It will not give any credit rating, but CIBIL will compile the credit information. This is the fundamental point which you should not forget. And coming back to the question, the United Bank of India is headquartered in Kolkata. Look into the next one. Marine Drive, famous in the city of Mumbai, completed its 100 years of its existence. So if someone says Marine Drive, please don't forget the city of Mumbai, the financial capital of the country. 50th annual conference of the Director General of Police and IGs of Police of all the states and union territories was held recently at Dordo, and this Dordo is situated in Kutch region of Gujarat, and the Prime Minister interacted with the DGPs and IGs by staying there for 3 days. Praveen Gordhan, an Indian origin person, became the Finance Minister of South Africa, and please don't forget several Indian origin persons inhabited South Africa as their country. They migrated around 100 years ago to South Africa, or much prior to that, during the British rule. Former judge of Delhi High Court Reva Khetrapal took over as the Lokayukta of Delhi. Look into the next one. The chief guest at 67th Republic Day Parade will be Francois Holland, and please don't forget, during 2015 Republic Day Parade, Barack Obama was the chief guest, and during 2016, Francois Holland of France is going to be the chief guest. Arun Kumar Jain became the new chairman of Central Board of Direct Taxes. Which of the following will be the partner in Google's Loon project in India? Please don't forget, Google's Loon project is basically to give low-cost internet in remote areas. Helium-filled balloons will be at a height of around 20 kilometers, and they will give internet connectivity over a diameter of 40 kilometers. That is the purpose of Loon project, and BSNL will be the partner in Google's Loon project in India. So the answer here is BSNL. 23 poets and authors were awarded the prestigious 2015 Sahitya Akademi Awards. Sahitya Akademi was instituted in the year 1954, and the other name for it is National Academy of Letters. Please don't forget. Reserve Bank of India has extended the deadline for exchange of pre-2005 currency notes to June 30, 2016. This is the fourth extension, if I am not wrong, and pre-2005 notes, the marked difference is in pre-2005 notes, there will not be year of printing on the note. Pre-2005 notes will not have the year of printing on the note, but post-2005 notes will have the year of printing on the currency note. That is the major difference, please don't forget. Defense Acquisition Council, this is the decision making body for defense acquisitions. This Defense Acquisition Council approved the purchase of 5 units of advanced S-400 Triumph air defense missile systems from Russia, and agreement is yet to be formulated with Russia, but Defense Acquisition Council has already given approval for purchase of S-500 Triumph air defense missile systems. The second edition of the Indian Super League football tournament was won by Chennai, and in the final Chennai defeated Goa by 3-2. India's biggest wildlife rescue center opened at Gorewala Zoo, and this is situated in Nagpur of Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar dedicated to the nation first cable-stayed bridge of Jammu and Kashmir. The Basoli Bridge is situated in Jammu and Kashmir. It is situated on River Ravi, and last week we discussed about other 3 cable bridges. Look into the next one. M-Pesa is the most successful experiment of mobile banking in Kenya. This M-Pesa is powered by Vodafone, and it is one of the most successful experiments of mobile banking. And if someone says M-Pesa, you should not forget it is the successful experiment in Kenya. The biggest of all the mergers and acquisitions of 2015 is of Pfizer and Allergon. The merger of Pfizer and Allergon is $160 billion. Please don't forget, we discussed some time back about Pfizer and Allergon, and for the year 2015, the largest of mergers and acquisitions is of Pfizer and Allergon at $160 billion. Look at the next one. Australian captain Steve Smith was named Cricketer of the Year 2015 by the International Cricket Council, or ICC. ICC is headquartered in Dubai, and he became the 4th Australian. Steve Smith became the 4th Australian, and the Cricketer of the Year will win Garfield Sobers Trophy, and the other Australians include Ricky Ponting, Michael Johnson and Michael Clarke, and this was instituted in 2004. And from Indian side, the winners are Rahul Dravid and Sachin Tendulkar, and for the year 2015, please don't forget, Steve Smith was adjusted not only the best cricketer of the year 2015, but also the best test cricketer of the year, and ODI cricketer of the year goes to AB de Villiers. Please don't forget. Name the bank for the first time which gave facility to book train tickets from its website. The bank we are talking about is ICICI Bank. If you are the customers of other bank also, you can book train tickets by going to ICICI Bank website. Title sponsor for ISL is Hero. Please don't forget, Hero is the title sponsor for ISL. ISL is Indian Super League, that is for football. TASS is the news agency of Russia. When our Prime Minister visited Russia, he gave elaborate interview to the Russian news agency TASS. Prior to Shri Narendra Modi, all of you are well aware, Narendra Modi visited Lahore recently on Christmas Day, and prior to that, the Prime Minister to visit Pakistan was Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who visited Pakistan in the year 2004 to attend 12th SAARC summit, right? Prior to that, in the year 1999, Lahore Declaration was signed, but it could not be implemented. Lahore Declaration was followed by Kargil War, unfortunately. Goodwill Ambassador for UNICEF is Priyanka Chopra, and recently she campaigned for folic acid supplements. Anemia is the biggest problem in our country, and folic acid supplements are used to reduce the incidence or prevalence of anemia, and Priyanka Chopra is Goodwill Ambassador for UNICEF, please don't forget. India's High Commissioner to Pakistan is TCA Raghavan. Why I asked this question is because recently our Prime Minister visited Lahore. Department of Financial Services, this is under the Ministry of Finance, issued a notification to allow 41 more housing finance companies to use the SARFAESI law. SARFAESI Act was brought in the year 2002, basically to look at the bad loans, to look at the non-performing assets. SARFAESI Act was brought in 2002. It is applicable to banks and financial institutions. And recently, Department of Financial Services issued a notification to allow 41 more housing finance companies to allow SARFAESI law, and please don't forget the regulator for housing finance companies is National Housing Bank. American author, political thinker and educationist who is well conversant with the affairs of India, Professor Susan Rudolph, died recently, was awarded Padma Bhushan in 2014. Odd even vehicle scheme will come into force in Delhi from January 1 on experimental basis for 15 days. The penalty for violation is rupees 2000. Name India's first indigenously designed. That means it is built with our own technology, and indigenously designed and built warship which was decommissioned after 32 years of service, that is INS Godavari, and this was built by Mazagon Docks Limited, and recently it was decommissioned. What is the meaning of decommissioning? Commissioning means pressing it into service. Decommissioning means taking it out of service. So recently, INS Godavari was taken out of service after 32 years. Collection of essays, Democrats and Dissenters, was written by Ramachandra Guha. In fact, it is yet to be released, and this is the book which may throw some light on the politicians of contemporary India. Free basics, there is lot of debate going on net neutrality, and free basics, formerly known as internet.org, is the initiative of Facebook. There is lot of debate going on in this country. WhatsApp, Skype are called OTT players. OTT players are over the top players. That means they do not have their own network, but they will use somebody's network. That's why they are called over the top players. Over the network of Airtel or Vodafone, you can utilize the services of Skype or WhatsApp. That means they do not have their own network, but they will thrive on somebody's network. That's why they are called over the top players. 9th G Literature Festival is going to be held at Jaipur. It became famous across the country. Tara Gandhi Bhattacharya, famous writer, will give keynote address, and famous writers including Ruskin Bond will attend this G Literature Festival in the month of January itself. Look at the next one. First major Make in India deal for the manufacture of 200 Kamau Ka-226T helicopters. Recently, an agreement was also signed between Russian firm and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited in India for manufacture of this Kamau Ka-226T helicopters. The country we are talking about is Russia. right? And 76th Indian History Congress was recently held at Malda in West Bengal. Right friends, please do join for other modules. Have a nice day. Thank you.